Yeah, I'll be going through some changes. Yeah, I'll be losing friends. Yeah, I'll be going with the totalists. Yeah, I'll be going through some changes.
Too serious.
Yeah, Luba serious.
And 3, 2, 1, we go.
Hello guys, welcome to this week's edition of Curious Copious. Hopefully you've been watching the other episodes. I don't know, you guys never watch episodes, you know. Only we have like a couple of views, not even 100 views. These people are just, they don't love us, man. They don't love us. Please guys, love us, share,
Too much truth.
comment, say anything, like anything, just so that we can actually keep this work going on. Don't forget to subscribe or follow us again on curiouscopious.wordpress.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Yeah, and before I say anything else, we would like to say travel safely to El Taf tomorrow. We just found out that he's leaving to go to China tomorrow, so hopefully he has safe travels. Enjoy the stay there, buddy, and as Fidi say, see you after 8 years. Have fun. Okay, please, buddy.
The walls. We continue from yesterday's conversation, right? Which we kind of dropped due to.
Should we take it from the top, obviously, because we want to just build it up from the top instead of just.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Our yesterday conversation was about people caring.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
How people don't care.
How people don't care. That's people need to care a bit. And where we were really is all about the caring.
Where's the passion that was there yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday
you had such passion.
It's just because of the things that happened that make me feel like that's about people not caring, like people not giving a fuck about each other. Yo, I think that's where actually I remember even the conversation I had with the girls after prayer yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, that was so deep. It's so interesting. Yes, you would see. Yes, I don't know, cause yes, sometimes as individuals, right? I feel like wonke umuntu somehow is a good person, but for some reason, looking at society in general, it's horrible. Angazi kanjani wonke umuntu mangabe usukhuluma ngisho isigebengu masukhuluma naye like on
they come out as this person who's just, you know, soft-hearted.
Yeah, like ama reason now can understand that for all the wrongs we are born where the person comes from. We are born uthi this person umuntu kanje kanti ngisho athi umuntu wenzeni. But when you know them in a personal level, it's just as looking at like society, like in general, in game, and people don't give a fuck about shit, bro.
Speaking of that, because now I remember where our thing started building from. It began from the idea of during our rehearsal here. Was it Wednesday? On Wednesday, when we were rehearsing inside the studio theater here at the Hexagon Theater, we happened to have left a bag outside which had a lot of things inside of it. Some for cell phones, money and IDs, and someone came and stole it. Which possibly could be someone we know, could be someone we don't know. But the idea of you would come into a space and take things that are so important, that, you know, things that a person, you know, they need in their lives, like an ID. You could have just got into the bag, stolen the cell phones and the money and left and leave.
Even an ID.
You took even the bag that belongs to someone's belongings, which is quite something hurtful. You know, it shows how much people actually don't care.
Yeah, and just the audacity. If you think about it, the audacity that you're gonna be using that. Like, I don't understand that you're gonna steal from someone something like that, and you're gonna use it. Like, how do you carry a bag that you stole? You put all your things and you carry it on campus or some shit like that. Wow, like, how do you do that?
Not even needing to use it, then perhaps you're gonna throw it away.
Yeah, because you need to use parts available.
Yeah, you're gonna take the money, you're gonna sell the phone or whatever you do with it, use it. But then what's happened to the rest of the stuff? You're gonna probably put it in the bin.
Yeah.
Can't you leave a letter or something, say, guys, I left your shit in here.
Yeah.
If you find it, come find it here. But obviously, because people have reached a level of not caring,
they don't give a fuck, bruh. I'll tell you, like they said the other convo that we were having, whereby like in general, it's just take. Actually, now I remember from the convo that I had with the girls, man. ukuthi small things can make a difference when you care for someone, anyone, yabo. Actually with the girls we're talking about obviously relationships though. That yabo, you in a relationship and we understand it, you have your own life, yabo. Na ilumuntu relationship na unempilo yake nani. You wanna party, go party. You wanna fuck someone, at least respect the person you're with in a relationship. Put in a condom or something. Just care a little. You wanna do just kancane. It doesn't have ukuthi impilo yakho yonke is about the other person. But ukuthi nje fuck, I can't be fucking without a condom. I have a partner engilala naye futhi without one. Just respect the person kancane and just care. Kancane nje, we know it's your own life, it's your own shit. Just take a moment and just care about the other person. Yeah, well, that's the only thing that we were asking for. Same thing was this we were talking about. The idea is all about the blesser and the blessing. It takes two people. The person omdala ebona ukuthi this is someone's child, and dingane ibona ukuthi this is someone's father, this is someone's mom or something like that.
Provides, he's got a family.
Yeah, it takes two people to understand ukuthi no, the world is not about me now, Pela.
Yeah.
There are some other people in our lives. It takes two people. Just respect. Kancane nje, yazi caring nje. Akakhulu kancane nje uthi.
Because honestly, it's ripples, you know. If you do this, it's wrong, and then it's gonna affect that person. It's gonna lead to the next person, and it just becomes a whole lot of chaos.
On YouTube, I saw a video. Yo, I nearly cried, bruh. I watched that video over and over. An old man, ohamba ngama sticks, bruh. Yes, sticks, walking on sticks.
Yeah.
From nowhere, bruh. Yes, and the video to wait for it, yabo. I was like, what's gonna happen to umuntu omdala, bruh. Mhlawumbe umuntu no 8 ohamba ngalamananga awu2 kanje. From nowhere, some guy just came in and whipped the shit out of the nigga. What the fuck? Whipped, bro. They were shy kahle umuntu bethu. Wakhahlela bethu. Alibhula lo eshaya ngenduku bethu. Abantu bamjaha bethu. That's so weird. I nearly cried bethu. Washaya ngenduku bethu.
Was it not a prank?
No, it was not a prank. Washaya ngenduku. Wabaleka. What's my manje washaya wakhahlela la phansi. What did you miss again? Do cabanga bethu liphansi ikhehla bethu. Abantu obviously people came in bamjaha wabaleka cabanga umjisi bazama ukumbamba ngenzani wabaleka. It's an overseas thing, and I was out there thinking, I'm like, whatever happened.
That's quite hectic.
Why though? Like why, man? Like I was thinking that because everyone knew oh, you know how it is on YouTube. People people were so furious about that thing. I was confused, like, wow, would you do that? Like, bruh. People don't give a shit, man.
I think obviously another reason of it is for these things to happen, as I was mentioning, because as we keep talking and keep remembering the conversation we're having, and I suddenly remember speaking about how people's lives have gotten to be on phones. And that's what they care too much about. Where their whole life is based on just a cell phone.
Yeah.
Like everything, your life, your friends, your everybody is so, you know, focused on keeping the things that they want to be on their phone. Like I remember saying, Guti, it made me think, Guti, what if I were to lose my phone or something like that, something of materialistic thing? And I thought I wouldn't give a shit. Like if I were to lose my phone, sure, I lost it, but it's not like I have made so many friends over the phone. I make friends physically. I like this communication, you know, I can speak to you, you can speak to me, and we build a relationship, so I know, so I can care more about you. But if we have it here on the phone, it's hard for me to care about you because I don't know how you're feeling on the other side. You could be laughing or not laughing, you could be crying or not crying, because it's just a filter. The phone is just a filter. So it made me think, what is it? And it got to a point where if I were to lose my laptop again, I still wouldn't care that much. And it got to a point where I said, but if it's my hard drive, then there would be a different story, because it almost as if there's so much on my hard drive, so much information, so much personal information, so many documents, so many videos that I've made here in the drama department, that it almost has that a percentage of my life in it. So I don't know if it's such a good thing to base our lives on such small things like, you know, cell phones and whatever material things that we put our lives upon.
Yeah, and now talking about material things, the same thing we were talking about yesterday, you would see like the caring, like in general, it just went down to material things. Like all the caring, it just went down to material things and people forgetting being human first before all the material things, which led me to the point which is sometimes interesting how people live life like they'll be here forever. Like umuntu now young king we spoke about billionaires and millionaires and shit like that. With people who have so much money that they're not gonna finish even in their lifetime.
They'll probably die before they finish that money.
Yeah, but they're still keeping it for maybe how much generations able to come.
Why can't they just distribute $1 million to a couple of people? Like, guys, what can you do with this million?
Help each other.
Obviously, there will be stupid people who buy motor available in $1 million or taking motors or two or whatever. Because I don't know, they don't want to take.
As far as my investment, I want to say black people, but we have a problem like investing and saving. Every time we have money, and this includes me, like you think of like things
that will probably just outgrow you and just and you want something else again. But obviously if you're kid enough to invest your money in something that will grow you.
Yeah, but I have a problem though, JC, like thinking the thing that we were talking about is like circulating into like 80 people, was it? Yeah, I think so. It's weird people don't care that much. That's on a bigger scale.
They would have the wealth of the world with them.
World, they were watching in Akuza documentary how Warren. I'm like, what the fuck? This guy like after you go 70 and shit like that, and you have like hundreds and something billion. Just and you give it away. I'm thinking, why didn't you help other people invest in things like you, like give them shares and some shit like that?
I don't know, maybe you want to be richer.
Yeah.
So we can't obviously escape the fact to go to those people who might have come somewhere to get to where they are.
Yeah.
But now you've reached that point where you are a billionaire or a trillionaire or whatever.
Maybe you'll be doing that.
Yeah. So why can't you just...
I'll call you, but then I don't wanna cash that check. Can you go and cash that shit? Like no ways that I'm gonna have like people. There's some people who make like billions in a month or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like I'm all Bill Gates and shit like that. And I think, what are they? That is it was
what can you do with
like I don't understand
with 372 million a week or whatever, something like that.
Yeah, like ridiculous money for football players and shit like that. What are they doing with this money?
I know there's people who obviously some of them build stadiums and they work to build communities and help people, but
it's not enough, Jason.
How much of it can you help more?
Yeah, it's not.
If you get like 300 million a week, and can you find 20 people who have the right ideas, have the right investment to give them so they actually build and understand?
You should be doing
how
that
to
like
use money.
every month with your money, because you've been catching that money for years and years. You should be doing that. Like, and we know people like and people have their own things. They work for their own things, but at the same time, like, to what extent do you notice then that all these material things actually that we have here, we're gonna leave them here? Have you seen the Egyptian kings and shit like that trying to be buried with gold and shit? They dig that shit up. People don't give a fuck now, apparently. They dig that shit up. I don't know what people are trying to achieve. I feel like there's a level. You can't be rich. Like, when I'm reasonable. I'm talking about people who are filthy rich. This it doesn't make sense, and they're still holding it.
I think you got to a point where you talked about what are your feelings when you're busy earning $1 million a week or 2 million or whatever, $1 million a week, and the muntu is earning like 1,000 rand.
Well, how are you feeling?
So what are your thoughts on that? What's happening in your life?
Like in the show, do you see? You know the show Millionaires in Disguise? The guys who are like, they were one guy, like he owns like constructions, right? Bro. And he went in disguise. He's a millionaire making good money. He went in disguise to work with his people on the ground. Just to find out what they think of him. So why if he, and many people, the funny part is that many people couldn't even recognize him even when he showed himself, he revealed himself. because that's how rich he is. His standard is there. He doesn't care about his people on the ground. People are what ngisho sebesebenza naye abamuzwa ngisho ababengaboni cabanga. They work with a guy like ilanga lonke mfethu khona nje ubaba like he was like thingy why job shadow wisher a job shadow wish umuntu asebenzela yena yabo embuzo uthi what do you think of our boss, like the person who think what's it, man, don't bring that nigga out here, that's a bitch cabanga bra kanti uyena yes millionaires in discuss. By the end of the day the guy cried. He was crying ekhalela ukuthi he didn't know ukuthi these people are working so hard for him nanokuthi bakhokhela imali encane nje. Same motherfucking day he raised the inanyabo and this was ridiculous. He raised it like 20% or some shit like that. He raised it like ridiculously. He just raised him and this guy had this much money and he knew he could raise it, but because he was so ignorant before, he wasn't until abantu beshow be millionaires in disguise. But see, let's go down with you. He worked there for like a week, and he was like he will never do that job again. But there are people doing that for him. And see, people don't just take a little just to care about other people and what they're going through.
Speaking on such things, obviously, I remember us getting to the idea of how now my circle of friends, you know, like I have reached my limit of circle of friends, you know, like not saying I don't want to make new people, but I've reached the number of people that I care about, that people who I can consider my best friend. Unfortunately, you know, we'll have to cut it here because obviously the battery is about to die. Unfortunately, that's very unfortunate because I was in getting into detail about how, you know, I've reached my circle of friends, people who care about you, people who will be there for you. You know, everybody has those type of people. There's people in your life that generally don't give a shit